Hi guys, good afternoon. Just gone midday here in London, 12:26, 29th of September. Let's have a look over at the Dow Jones here, which is currently down a touch on the day, but in between the 50-day moving average and the 21. Really, I guess now we have tested both of them to the upside and downside. It's almost looking like it is a case of bullish above, bearish below. So I'd be waiting for that really to unfold either way. The importance of the 50 is also last Wednesday's high, which you can see is also the low of the 18th. So very key line in the sand that if price does close the day below there, we might well see a drift down and 27,000 could come into play. Whereas if we finish higher and get above the 21 day, I'll be looking for 28,000 and even then the high that we had back on the 16th of September to come in. The Nasdaq not really doing too much today either, but it is above its 21 day. I'll be keeping an eye on the downside with the 50 and last Wednesday's high. To the upside, the double top, well, triple top that we had from the 16th, the 10th, and the 8th of September, 11,500 above there, and I imagine there's a bit more upside. The S&P, which finished above its 50 day, is meandering in between the two, the 21 and the 50. To the downside, keep a watch on Wednesday's high at 33.16. If we do get above the 21 day, 3400 and 34.14 should come into play, where a close above there, and I'd imagine we do start to push on towards the all-time highs again. So important day ahead, of course, in the US with the election debate later. I'm not actually expecting too much from that in terms of movement. I think the polls will be relatively unchanged. I think the only issue at the moment is those who have undecided on who they're going to vote. I think people who at the moment know who they're going to vote aren't going to change their mind. The euro at the moment is drifting higher. Keep a watch on 17.59. It's just dropped down to the 60-minute time frame. You can see the importance of that. If we are to continue to push higher, that's going to be a very key level. I'd imagine there'll be a short squeeze above there, and actually it could well lead to a faster pushed move above. However, it marks an opportunity where people will be looking to load up for a short again. It might well be that following the back end of the week, we've obviously got jobs data out of the US. That could be a very key decision point. And where we close the week is also important. Tomorrow, last day of the month and quarter as well. So, dollar end buying or selling, it might well be that it has to take until the end of this week and beginning of next before we see some cleaner moves. That dollar weakness has helped pound yesterday push higher, relatively flat today. This on the longer time frame, you can just see the importance of that low that we reached last week. You can see going back here to the sort of middle part and early July, that turned to be really great resistance to support and support again. Looking at still people that are short from that break at 130, you're happy with that. As long as it stays below there, you'd be content looking for opportunities to get short. At the moment, it's bang in the middle. The way it's traded from these lows, I wouldn't actually be too surprised to see 130, but then it's a big test of that as well will be key going forward. Gold this morning has been pushing higher. It turns out that maybe 1850 was the good place to get short. However, I think for a better peace of mind, you want to see 1910 be broken to the upside, and that could lead then to a bigger push higher. And of course, on the way the upside, just be aware of these trend lines and also some of these breakdown areas like you saw here on the 21st of September turned out to be breaking that 17th, which really started that sell-off. So some key resistance levels to the upside, most importantly to the downside though. As long as we stay above 1850 for the month, week and quarter, you imagine maybe the gold bulls have had a bit of a win here. Anyway guys, hope you have a great rest of your day and enjoy the presidential debate.